The Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development is an international organisation providing evidence-based advice to governments. Its mission is to promote growth and sustainable development. Given that the Greek product market is one of the most regulated among member countries, the OECD has identified and evaluated the regulations of key sectors of the economy with the aim of improving competition. An increase in competition benefits the whole economy, since, among others, it results in more choices and better prices for consumers and rewards innovation-driven businesses. E-commerce was designated as a priority sector. A total of 10 recommendations were made. It is important that a uniform definition for consumer and supplier is adopted and that the distinction between commercial and legal guarantees is clarified. In addition, it is recommended to re-examine the legislation on commercial guarantees so that local companies are no longer at a competitive disadvantage to foreign ones. Implementation of the proposed revisions is expected to reduce costs for suppliers, making them more competitive internationally and boost consumer confidence. Construction remains one of the most important sectors of the Greek economy. The 42 recommendations made aim mainly at facilitating the submission of more bids in tenders for public works and increasing transparency through the use of digital technologies for monitoring projects and updating price lists. The legislation for the media sector needs updating on several counts. 68 recommendations were made regarding print media, radio stations, pay TV, and audiovisual production and content. The regulatory framework has to become less restrictive, must be codified and fully implemented. It must also be amended to include current technological developments. In manufacture, we examined the legislation for the production and wholesale trade of chemicals and pharmaceuticals. Regarding chemicals, obstacles to competition were identified in the regulation for the manufacture and trade of cosmetics, detergents, biocides, and agricultural input. Specifically regarding pesticides, the OECD recommends lifting restrictive provisions which may burden consumers. The pharmaceutical sector contributes greatly to both the GDP and local employment. 54 recommendations were made. Overall, the sector will benefit from the abolishment of restrictions and administrative approvals concerning the production, circulation, and licensing of products. Moreover, manufacturers, wholesale traders, and patients will benefit from the abolition of out-of-date restrictions on the advertisement of over-the-counter medicines at their point of sale. Apart from the legislative framework for the wholesale trade of pharmaceuticals and chemicals, we also assessed the regulations for wholesale trade in general. 134 recommendations were made, aiming at abolishing exclusivity and increasing flexibility in the sector. Their implementation is expected to facilitate trade growth, as well as the entry of new businesses in the sector, thus improving competition. In total, the assessment includes 356 recommendations, 356 opportunities for more productivity, more innovation, and more growth.